Southampton, Steg-O-Saw-Us.
Looks steely and spiky too, has a lifting weapon, two 750-watt motor driven. Team member Peter Rowe's heroes, Mickey Mouse. Will Steg-O-Saw-Us roar or squeak?
Robot ears, stand by.
Orac's Revenge, lean, green and mean. Peter Reynolds at the controls there on the right-hand side says he's a couch potato. And Steg-O-Saw-Us with
3,
Dan King, Peter
2,
Rowe and Rob Heasman.
1. Activate.
Orac's Revenge, first to move, with that axe weapon, and also the spikes there, aiming to grip hold of Steg-O-Saw-Us. But the dinosaur turns away and comes on the attack itself and drives with great power there. Orac's Revenge onto the arena wall. Orac's Revenge slamming down with the hammer, but look at that power from Steg-O-Saw-Us. That was tremendous stuff. Driving again here. It has the greater power, it would seem to me. Orac's Revenge, the more penetrating weapons, that's for certain. But look at this power once more from Steg-O-Saw-Us, slamming against the arena wall. This is impressive stuff here. And I thought Steg-O-Saw-Us was the underdog going into this battle. It's not proving that way. Orac's Revenge, trying to get the weapon in play, finding difficulty against the far nippier and more manoeuvrable Steg-O-Saw-Us. Moving away, there you can see the little LED blinkers on the front of Steg-O-Saw-Us, two of them. Its main weapon, of course, the spike at the back, the lifting ram. Oh! And Orac's Revenge is in the pit and out. And that's tremendously impressive from Steg-O-Saw-Us. A real surprise. Driving Orac's Revenge back and back and back. And look at that, down in the pit. Power, precision, great control. And that's what Robot Wars is all about. The mighty humbled. And Orac's Revenge, smoking. And also taking punishment from the house robots, Matilda's saw, also Dead Metal here with a great circular saw blade. And they want a little piece of metal, the axe from Shunt too. Here's Killalot on the left-hand side. Oh, Steg-O-Saw-Us, stay away, stay away.
Cease.
Steg-O-Saw-Us reap revenge. Let's hear it for Steg-O-Saw-Us. They go through.
Understated, all of you, aren't you?
Well,
yeah, just quite shy, retiring. You come in, you do your job, and then you're like, yeah, well, we hoped we'd do that well.
no, we came, we saw, we conquered.
Oh, lovely.
And round two, Robo-Pig against Napalm, but first up, Henry against Steg-O-Saw-Us, and Philippus with the Stego boys in the pits.
Hey, Steg-O-Saw-Us team, you're up against the Henry team. How do you feel?
Quietly confident. Mm-hmm. Extremely confident.
Oh?
Yeah, we're going to win, it's not a problem.
Okay, that's pretty much summed up then.
So there go the confident Steg-O-Saw-Us boys, and the Henry team worried about the flipper. Steg-O-Saw-Us look mean, don't they? Henry, granny on the back, Steg-O-Saw-Us with the flipper and the speed.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
And what Tom Moy needs at the controls of Henry is a good start here, and it has not come. There's something wrong. They're still stuck on the arena wall. Steg-O-Saw-Us backs back for a big front assault. Can Tom get Henry going? Yes, he can, just about. That was a fitful start, though, and a major worry. Steg-O-Saw-Us looks a little bit pensive. But they're being sucked into some sort of trap there, he wonders. Meanwhile, Henry's front spikes seem to have embedded it on the arena wall. And again, they do have problems here. And in comes Steg-O-Saw-Us with the ram onto the picture of Granny. I wonder how Granny's getting on there. Don't mess with Granny was the message from the Henry team. Steg-O-Saw-Us, meanwhile, had problems trying to get away from the flame pit. Lacking traction, it seemed. Oh, Henry nearly flipped over by the spike. Dodging in behind Sergeant Bash. Now there's an intelligent move for you. Exactly. What are you going to do now, Henry? Well, it's not hooray, Henry, because it wasn't a very good move, let's be honest. I think Sergeant was a little bit kind on letting you out there. I think Sergeant was taken by surprise, to be honest. And the tactic. Now Henry's tactic is to take on Shunt. Very strange here from Tom and his kids. And that's what Shunt thinks of Henry, and there the spike again. It's been a problem throughout. Its undoing is the front spike embedding on the arena wall. And Shunt comes in for the punishment of Henry. Drags Henry away. And there, well, I think we've had the whack of the blade of Shunt about 6 times. The 6 blades of Henry, perhaps. Oh! And in goes Steg-O-Saw-Us with another crumpling run. Look at this. Oh, dear. Magnificent stuff from the Steg-O-Saw-Us team. And meanwhile, Henry's now caught by the jet of flame. And the smart paintwork, well, goodness knows what's happened to Granny, meanwhile. The smart paintwork is being scratched. Ah, dear. That's Sergeant Bash's claw. That is dead metal, elevating the circular saw to come in. Oh, look at that. Henry hacked. Henry hold. Hideous Henry. And Granny's getting a haircut. Well, it's a little bit of a head-splitting headache for Granny. And again, slicing in dead metal. And the poor old Henry team.
Well, it wasn't hooray Henry. Steg-O-Saw-Us was dynamite. Steg-O-Saw-Us through to the 3rd round.
Great. You're not looking very jubilant.
Well,
Why
it's
is this?
It's early days. It's early days.
Is that
Only our
why?
second
You're
round,
thinking
so
of still what you've got ahead?
to see how long we can last. We're glad we got this far.
Last trounced Henry by you, which was a difficult fight, wasn't it?
It was.
It wasn't easy, but this one's going to be even harder because it's Napalm, who, however rubbish they think they are, always seem to manage to get through.
Yeah, that's what concerns us. They seem to have a lot of luck on their side, don't they? Yes, yeah, it's be as difficult as any other battle, I'm sure, but we're confident.
Are you in full working order?
Yeah, we've only sustained a couple of minor dents on the front.
Fantastic.
Other than that,
Steg-O-Saw-Us, feeling confident?
yeah.
I can't believe this Napalm robot got this far.
No point.
No way.
Question of luck, I think.
Oh, so you're feeling really cocky.
Yep.
Prepare to do battle.
Steg-O-Saw-Us. Dan King's hero is Jimi Hendrix. There he is, all along his own watchtower. And David Crosby and the Napalm team. Can they make a silk purse out of a sow's ear?
3, 2, 1. Activate.
This for a place in the Robot Wars Series semi-final. Tentative opening. Steg-O-Saw-Us with the slam again on that front shovel of Napalm. Difficult to slam into it, as Steg-O-Saw-Us did against Henry in its last fight. I don't think that weapon of Napalm's too punishing, let's be honest. Steg-O-Saw-Us with the shunt now, back into shunt in the CPZ. Napalm riding high up on Steg-O-Saw-Us and crumpled. But it does look like a pile of old junk when you look at it like that. Napalm doesn't look as if it'll be long before bits start falling off. Steg-O-Saw-Us again with the powerful drive. Look at this, straight onto the snow plough of shunt up in the air against the arena wall. Dragged back for another go. Tattered and torn. The dreams perhaps of Claire Greenaway, Vicky Allgood and David Crosby in that Napalm team from the Dartford Storm. Again, Steg-O-Saw-Us on the attack. Dan King and Peter Rowan, Rob Heisman look here as if they've got this heat final sewn up. Napalm can't get away at the moment. I think they're trying to get it away from the arena wall. Instructions from Vicky to her head teacher. Maybe detention next week for Napalm, but not in the arena, I don't think. Not going to be around much longer. Or, I don't know, because Steg-O-Saw-Us has been pushed against the arena wall now, and in comes Shunt. And now, the heat final favourites are in trouble. Steg-O-Saw-Us on its side. That's good work by Napalm. Napalm to recover from their dreadful start. And it's the turn of the Steg-O-Saw-Us boys to manoeuvre itself away. They did well, actually. I thought for a minute they were wobbling. In comes the dinosaur. Oh, and the front is rendered and ripped apart. Look at this. Slammed against the arena wall again, flapping. And that's not just the team up there in the control box. That's the robot too. Dragged towards Kill-A-Lot. Pushed back again into the centre of the arena. House robots hungry for a little taster of napalm. It might have napalm breath. Ooh, you wouldn't want to get in the way of that. But it certainly is not setting this heat final aflame yet. Napalm. Spiking the arena floor. That, of course, is where the pit normally is. But not for a heat final like this. Skimming over the top and straight onto the grinding, lancing weapon of Kill-A-Lot. Into the guts of Napalm. Desperately trying to stay alive. But the writing is not just on the front of Napalm, it's on the wall. Brave to the end. Steg-O-Saw-Us a little nudge. Kill-A-Lot with the grasp. Looks to me as if something's falling off the front of Napalm too. Bent and buckled. Look at that, absolutely destroyed. In comes Steg-O-Saw-Us. How is it still moving? What a brave effort from Napalm. Looks like some old car that's been through the mill and crumpled in a wrecker's yard. And he's still going, just about, and on the attack, would you believe, right at the end.
Cease.
Well, that's a tremendous final.
Well, while the judges make their decision, let's look at some highlights from that battle.
Steg-O-Saw-Us on the attack early on. Points will be scored with that drive. Back comes Napalm, no damage sustained. Riding piggyback on Steg-O-Saw-Us and the scales of the old dinosaur. But then, this was the surprise. Napalm attacking, Steg-O-Saw-Us on the arena wall, eventually getting out though, and the end damage, and I'm sure terminal, was sustained by Napalm.
And we have a unanimous decision. Not much of a surprise there. The winner is Steg-O-Saw-Us. Yes! Well, that was easy. Napalm is going home in a bin bag. I mean, you just battered him. Is the camaraderie great in the pits, or is it all push and shove and handbags at 10 paces?
We'll find out when we go back in there.
Good luck as you continue on Robot Wars.
There's the team, Dan King, Peter Rowe and Rob Heisman.
Okay, you have the list of people you've defeated.
Yep.
Will it get longer or not?
We've got one more room for one more there.
You have got room, actually. It fits quite nicely, doesn't it?
Yep.
But just the one?
There, yeah. We might have to start somewhere else.
Okay, fair enough. Have you got any tactics I should know about with Gravedigger? Because they are the people that defeated Mortis. Doesn't that scare you?
No, not really.
No, doesn't it?
No, they got lucky.
Roboteers, stand by.
It is a good robot, Gravedigger. Slightly bent and buckled, bruised. And there's the
3,
Steg-O-Saw-Us boys.
2,
Among their heroes,
1.
Mickey Mouse, Jimi Hendrix, the guitar player. Will they strum a tune of victory here? Darting away from Gravedigger. Classic wedge shape on Gravedigger. With the lifting arm, don't forget, powered by CO2 gas, the hydraulic ram. Love the little eyes on the front of Steg-O-Saw-Us. And although we've said it before in the series, we can't praise high enough the Roboteers for the standard of design and the care and attention put into these robots. Just for us to smash them up. Gravedigger being pushed away by Steg-O-Saw-Us, already scratched on the side there, the lettering of Steg-O-Saw-Us, you can see. Now being pushed by Gravedigger dangerously backwards to the arena wall and Kill-A-Lot. The camera on the front of Kill-A-Lot, you can see there its power as it pushes it straight back onto Gravedigger. Almost falling, Steg-O-Saw-Us. Gravedigger in the ascendancy here. Steg-O-Saw-Us has something to do. Lacks real weaponry power, I would say, at this level of Robot Wars. Has a little lifting spiked tail. And needs to bring that into play there. I thought it was going to drive at the side of Gravedigger, but it didn't come off. Top of the picture, dead metal awaits if anything comes loose or goes towards its corner patrol zone, the CPZ. Gravedigger's lifting arm can also be used as a SRE-mech mechanism, a self-righting mechanism, and also lifts Steg-O-Saw-Us up onto its side, but it comes crashing down. Matilda comes out to play. Steg-O-Saw-Us bashes into Gravedigger. Dan King, Peter Owen, Rob Heisman. Now it's Steg-O-Saw-Us doing the pushing. Cost £1,500 to build. Gravedigger, the more expensive at $2,400. Steg-O-Saw-Us pushing. Jonathan Chaplin at the controls of Gravedigger, a good driver, says Dave. Now, this is nervy stuff, isn't it? And it'll go to the judges, that's for sure. Very tight, this cease.
Close battle that was. While the judges make their decision, let's have a look at some highlights.
Don't forget, they're judging on style, control, damage caused, aggression. Here, Gravedigger trying to move in on the attack on Steg-O-Saw-Us, head to head, but it's Gravedigger doing the pushing. That could be one of the most significant moments of this battle. Again, Gravedigger thrusting against Steg-O-Saw-Us. I think Gravedigger was the more aggressive of the two, to be honest. But then it's not up to me, it's up to the judges. Matilda pushes Gravedigger away. Steg-O-Saw-Us, this time pushing Gravedigger back, using that little tail at the rear end. Very even, isn't it?
And the judges have made the decision. The dinosaurs are not extinct yet. Steg-O-Saw-Us goes through.
We're dancing a Hypno-Disco through with Beast of Bodmin, Steg-O-Saw-Us and 101. And this is how they line up. Steg-O-Saw-Us against the Beast of Bodmin, Hypno-Disc against 101. The winners through to the grand final.
4 robots have fought long and hard to avoid the scrap heap. But now it comes to this. Only 2 can go through to our series grand final, so 2 will be recycled the hard way. Let the wars begin.
Steg-O-Saw-Us team, it's time. How do you feel? Have the nerves worn off yet, or are you getting more nervous for each round?
No, they're wearing off as it goes on. It was really nerve-wracking when we first went in, but as it goes on, you get to know what it's like. You know, it's not so bad.
You're up against the dark beast of Bodmin.
Doesn't scare us.
No?
Roboteers, stand by.
Steg-O-Saw-Us from the mists of time. Dan, Peter and Rob, and Beast of Bodmin like the Cornish legend Trelawney, up to fight for the name of the duchy. Beast of Bodmin cruising slowly. Steg-O-Saw-Us rolls away. They're the wedge shape on the front of Beast of Bodmin, slightly bashed and dented, but of course, scars of war, worthy trophies. At this stage, they've come such a long way. They've never failed to reach the semi-finals. The team from Beast of Bodmin, Roadblock champions of the first series. Steg-O-Saw-Us done magnificently to get this far. I think they've surprised all of us, to be honest. Bumping and pushing. Ooh, one of the eyes shut. I think they've got a black eye, Beast of Bodmin. Chris Kinsey, the team captain at the controls. Steg-O-Saw-Us pushing back on Beast of Bodmin. Well, a curious myopic look now. Beast of Bodmin becomes something of a cyclops. Can't get its own weaponry into gear either. I think Beast of Bodmin has a real problem here. Steg-O-Saw-Us nervously nudging away, almost as if it can't quite believe what it's done here. Look there at the punishment! Shunt on the top of Beast of Bodmin. Well, Beast of Bodmin lifted into the air. Great weight, almost pulling Shunt over. Is the beast immobilised here? Is the beast of Bodmin more myth than reality? A wry smile on the face of Peter Kinsey, who once showed off his technology projects to the Prince of Wales. At the moment, it's the house robots showing off because they sense a kill. Shall Trelawney live or shall Trelawney die? 10,000 Cornish men will ask the reason why. The reason why you are immobilised, boys from the Beast of Bodmin. And in comes Shunt. Oh, and over goes the great flipper. Beast of Bodmin rolls upright. They're laughing through it all, but they know they're a beaten force.
It is safe to go back on the moors because the beast has been tamed by Steg-O-Saw-Us. Well, guys, you're through to the grand final.
Yep.
Did you think you'd get this far?
Nope. Didn't think we'd make it through the first round.
What's your strategy going to be now? Because you're going to be up against some tough robots.
Just keep plugging away at them and hope they die before us.
Die before us, Steg-O-Saw-Us. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Steg-O-Saw-Us. Well done, lads.
You're running out of room now to put your conquests on your robot, aren't you? Because you probably didn't think you were going to get this far, did you?
No, we didn't. I thought maybe 1, 2, but...
Yeah. Every time I've spoken
down.
to you, you said, oh, we're lucky to get this far.
Yeah, to get this far, we've never even dreamt it, really. Didn't even think we'd get to fight.
Oh.
So, brilliant.
Dream come true, isn't it?
Dream come true. And to meet you as well, Philippa, well.
All right. Now I know when you stop it. Go back to your bench.
Big whoops. Chaos 2 through to the grand final, next up Hypno-Disc and those great survivors Steg-O-Saw-Us with Philippa right now on the pitch.
Right, guys, you're in for the final. You're running out of room on there, so is there room to fit a Hypno-Disc as a trophy?
A little bit right at the bottom. Maybe H-disc we'll probably get around. Yeah. Shorten it down a bit.
Do you have any tactics? I mean, Hypno-Disc is a pretty mean thing to be up against. I know people in the past have thought, if we can just chop them in the centre of the disc, or you only really have your tail as weaponry.
Well, we just got to keep going at them and hope not give them a chance to run their disc up.
So nag. That's what you're going to try and do, and try and avoid the disc.
Yeah.
Obviously. How thick is your armour? How much damage do you think it can do?
The top and the back will be okay. The sides are a bit weedy.
And never mind the robot, psychologically, how are you all coping?
Oh, stressed.
Yeah.
And among the heroes for Dan King, Peter Rowe and Rob Heisman, Jimi Hendrix and Mickey Mouse.
Stand by.
Hypno-Disc looks so deadly. They're the Rose Boys, and they're
3,
Steg-O-Saw-Us
2,
and the underdogs.
activate.
Hypno-Disc getting that spinning disc up to speed. But an interesting attack by Steg-O-Saw-Us. On the back door. Now Hypno-Disc almost backing into Matilda. In the corner patrol zone. You really don't want to do that, boys. And Steg-O-Saw-Us, likewise, nearly coming head-to-head with Shunt. You go into that corner patrol zone, the house robot can attack you. Trying to stay out of arm's reach. That's good driving by Steg-O-Saw-Us. Spinning quickly. Great manoeuvrability, but a gash down the side nonetheless. Look at that power and venomous ability of the spinning disc of the Hypno Boys. They turn quickly. A frontal assault, not as dangerous. You can see the puncture mark on the side. Now they crash into the lifting tail, the spiked tail of Steg-O-Saw-Us, which has claimed victim in the past, but not so far in this elimination round for the place in the grand final against Chaos 2. Hypno-Disc's rotating blade has been slowed, and this is a very plucky performance by Steg-O-Saw-Us. Many people thought this would be over in a trice. And again, they're on the attack. They're showing good aggression here. Should it go to the judges? I think there's a gouge at the front of Steg-O-Saw-Us. They're trying to get their lifting arm moving and flicking up and down. It's a question of staying out of reach, trying to last in there, hoping that the Hypno-Disc boys drive themselves into the house robots or the pits, I guess. But I think this is a marvellous display against the Rose family by the Steg-O-Saw-Us boys. slightly buckled. I don't know, a tremendous charge coming in there. Turning again. Coming in on the attack, another gouge down the side of Steg-O-Saw-Us. It certainly has sustained far more damage in this elimination round. Have they ground themselves to a halt here? Steg-O-Saw-Us, has it been immobilised? Oh, I don't know. In comes Hypno-Disc again. Look at the great scratches and slices out of the side of Steg-O-Saw-Us. The tail is moving. The tracks are still moving. But there's no control. Look, slammed against the arena wall. And now I think they are dead.
Cease.
The tracks have stopped. They're immobilised. And Hypno-Disc are the winners. And the damage caused there to Steg-O-Saw-Us decides it.
Well, Steg-O-Saw-Us ruled the world for long enough, but Hypno-Disc just spun them into extinction. We now have our two robots who are going to go head-to-head to see who's our Robot Wars Grand Champion.
Hey! Ooh, is it consigned to the scrappy?
Yeah, it looks
Yes.
that way.
Yes, it is. You gave them a run for their money, though, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we tried, but it was just too powerful. Just torn it to pieces with
It
the
is.
reel out.
It did, but it was a fantastic